What's up everyone, welcome to another episode of Random 2v2, and for today I'm going to continue the tone that I set in the last episode by doing some of my most legendary cheeses. And for today I'm once again inspired by the comments because I'm going to be doing my beautiful Corruptor cheese. I tried it recently in a 1v1 and it just feels so freaking cool. Within 7 minutes to have Corruptors destroying your opponent's neck side. It is so unexpected but also unexpectedly strong. Let's begin. The first game of the day is against two Protoss players, and I'm together with a Protoss as well. This guy's called Garimto, which I'm pretty sure is the name of like one of the first pros ever in Star. Wasn't it a guy in like the year 2000, literally playing in like the Korean tournaments back then? I'm pretty sure it was. Hello. All right. Now I'm happy we didn't play against a Zerg. I didn't really care if we were gonna get Protoss or Terran, but I feel like Zerg is just... Whenever I play Zerg in team games, they tend to just make a lot of Zerglings. And if I have access to Oracles or Hellions, that's fine. But if I want to make Corruptors, then yeah, you guys can imagine that's not going to go super well against the Zerglings. Now we have a very fast scout here and no wall. Now this is the typical dance of 2v2. This is how it begins. Is it a cannon rush or does he just scout ridiculously early like Protoss players? Drop the forge. Just, I know it's going to be. It's a forge. I feel it. I sense the forge. Ah, I need to make my hatchery. Hello? Is he making a nexus? No, it's a gateway. Okay. It took a very long time, though. I guess maybe because he scouted so early, he wasn't going to have any minerals for that. Alright, so it's just an absolutely insanely early scout. I don't know why Protoss players do this. I mean, I'm not even trying to say it's bad. It's just, it's different. And I wonder why. Now, both of them low ground expanding. This is very... I'm a big fan of this. I love low ground expansions. Or low ground walls, rather, I should say. Now, my teammate's gas is getting stolen, which... He's getting... What the hell is this? Yo, he got one probe. Let's go. It's so hard to observe because the probe has very minimal color on it, but they scouted him with two probes at the same time and tried to target one, which is actually a pretty cool idea, but then they lost the probe, so they got forked. Oh, I need a pool. Dude, I was so into watching that. My pool is late. It's actually not that bad. I'm just like super greedy. I made a lot of drones before the spawning pool, which once again, not that bad, but I'm really greedy. I think I should probably go for like a fast third hatchery or something. Now, I don't want to take my teammate's hatchery because that would obviously be a little rude. Now, normally with this kind of build, you would definitely not make a third hatch fast, but because my spawning pool is late, I think I'll have money in time for queens. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess we'll see. Teal gas stealing. What's old school about it being teal? Oh, I forgot to tell him I have a sick build. Sometimes I forget who I am, and I forget that I have to tell my make only air noob. Okay, so this guy is convinced that teal Protoss players steal gas and then play sky toss. At least that's what I'm getting from this conversation for now. It sounds so random to me that I have no idea whether I should put any more thought into this, but you guys know me and I always do. I even like putting thoughts in people's portraits and stuff. Now, this overlord position is very nice. I can see that he's building, or he's chrono boosting the gateway. Not chrono boosting warp gate, but they are both making warp gate. Wait, did he just cancel that? Or was I blind? I think I didn't see a... Oh, wait, huh? How blind am I? Very. That's kind of shocking, actually. How did I not see that stalker? Normally, I kind of pride myself because I'll be like randomly in the game. It's like, wait, did I just see a raven? And then someone in the comments is like, I didn't even see the raven as a spectator, but he saw it while playing. And I'm like, you know, it makes me feel good. But here, I swear I did not see that stalker finish. Just extremely blind. What is my next step against double Protoss? I mean, I kind of think I do want to make the spore crawlers. Like, listen, I'm going to go for Corruptors, but they're never going to be in time for Oracles. There's more Stalkers out here. My teammate is playing 3-gate Robo, which in theory is pretty good against people just making Stalkers, because you have access to Immortals, which is fantastic. It's also defending my front base. I'm going to make one set of Zerglings just so I can take the Watchtower. I really thought I would have to make Zerglings a lot earlier with this build, where I clearly want to go for a lot of Corruptors, but... I mean, they haven't moved out with anything, like no adepts. Well, I say that, but now they seem to have moved out. So I'm going to start a couple overlords already, just so I can make a million links if I have to. These links, I really wish I would have made those a little earlier. I'm not really used to watchtowers being this overpowered, but these watchtowers are actually pretty insane. So I'm going to start a couple links just in case. Then I'm going to start the Spire. I don't see anything yet. No, okay. They might actually be going for air. They could also just be expanding out here. Let's see, I need 5 drones over here. This is not going to see anything, sadly. Just the fact that there's literally nothing to see, which is information in its own right, of course. Now, I don't like seeing that many stalkers because I want to make corruptors, and yeah, that's not going to be super nice. Oh, thank goodness I made it. That Oracle's going to die. Yeah, I could just... Spores, guys, they got buffed and they hit hard. They really do hit hard. And I can just rebuild those drones instantly, so I don't mind at all. Very happy seeing that Oracle, by the way, because that means that it's not going to be just pure Blink Stalker, at least not right off the bat. You know, it's going to be like at least Oracle into Blink Stalker, which is going to be a lot nicer. I'm going to make a Spore here as well. I mean, I was expecting to have to do this with like 45 drones, but since these guys are so passive... Okay, that is a lot of stalkers. I hope my guy makes some immortals. Let's see, I don't want to tell him what to do, but immortals would be nice. So if you happen to watch this reactively, immortals hit hard against stalkers, trust. Now, I don't have that much money yet. I can't make enough corruptors. Yeah, if they have that many stalkers, I need so many corruptors. Do I actually make them? Wait, how did he see that? What on earth? Yeah, I'm gonna try to make 66 drones. There we go. Gonna go up to 66 now. Then I think I'm gonna go for a double evolution chamber. Like, I really wanted to play 2-base corruptor, but I'm trying to adapt my strategy to whatever my opponents are doing. And it seems like going for upgraded Zerglings, making a lot of drones is probably the right way to go. Oh, he's making Immortal now. That's awesome to see. You know what unit I think is really... Oh, he has an Observer. I was just going to say, you know what unit I think is really sick in 2v2? The Dark Templar. I think Dark Templars are actually nuts. Because if you think about it, to counter Dark Templars, you need detection plus units in basically every single base, which at this point is 5 bases. Very often you'll see them make spores, cannons, turrets, stuff like that in every base. And then even just the threat of Dark Templars is good enough. I will make Zergling. Ergling, apparently. Let's see. I think I built 8 corruptors. I'm not sure if that's true. I think I built 8. And 8 corruptors should be enough to kill a Nexus, especially if they move out. Really love this observer positioning by my teammate. Let's see. I have 7 corruptors. No, I have 9 corruptors, actually. Both wrong. Here we go. You know what? I'm going to get armor upgrades for the corruptors. I think that is a pretty good idea. Let's see. Stalkers are over there. Yeah. Huh. I'm a little scared. I really am a little scared. Let's see, that is... Oh, I thought it was going to be a Prism, but it's an Oracle. Judging by them moving out, I think I'm going to start some more Zerglings. I would love... Actually, I'm going to make an infestation pit, so I can get adrenal glands at some point. Let's make sure to keep injecting as well. Let's see. There's a cannon over here, but no stalkers, and I'm just going to be able to kill the Nexus. I hope he does not blink in, actually. Because if he blinks in, there's a good chance he will lose all of his stalkers there, and that would be extremely painful. Now, this is the damage of the Corruptor, guys. That Nexus is going to fall pretty fast, and I'm only going to lose 1 Corruptor for it. Now, he did blink in, and admittedly, I said I didn't want him to do it, but he did it at a very good time. So there's a bunch of stalkers over here. I should be able to kill that Prism as well. This fight is really good for me. If I can get my teammate to come back, this will be perfect. I hope he blinks on top. If he doesn't, then this is going to be a little harder. He does blink on top. All right, newbie. Not so newbie after all. Now, he does have to be careful. Let me make sure he knows to retreat. Keep injecting, make another thing. I'm going to send these Corruptors on the counter. Oh, there's the Prism. I thought I killed the Prism, but apparently not yet. Yeah, I only want to fight with my teammate Stalkers. I don't want to fight if there's no Stalkers in front. I'm going to send a couple more Zerglings. You just need to make sure to keep backing off. Like, I really am going to be relying on my teammate's micro here. So far, he's doing pretty good. I'm going to be able to kill this Nexus pretty fast. Let's just make sure to not lose my Zerglings too early. That would be ideal. So that Nexus is gonna die too. Okay, he blinked forward, so I think this is the time to go for it. Here we go. That was not the best blink forward ever. 1-1 is finished as well on my side. I'm gonna move this Spore Crawler forward if I manage to do it, because that Oracle is gonna be really annoying. We kill that Nexus, meaning that the teal player is only on 1 Nexus right now, I believe, which is obviously fantastic news for us. Now, I don't quite have that many injects. That is the annoying part. I'm just going to keep killing Nexus. I have some Infestors. My teammate has 1 Immortal and a bunch of Blink Stalkers left. Let me try to hotkey this one as well. I don't want to lose these too early. Yeah, I think it's time to go for it because I have the Fungals. Let's see. Oh, that's going to be a really nice Fungal over there. I'm just going to get a Refungal, and then I'll Fungal that as well. And then I'm going to try to kill Mr. Protoss' final Nexus. I have a couple of Infestors. I'm going to have to fall back with those. I mean, the trades seem pretty good for us, guys. guys. Like, my teammate really doing a fantastic job. I wanted to say our teammate, which I guess works as well. Wait, you can tell he has no Nexus left. Teal, no Nexus. I freaking love that. I thought he would have rebuilt something by now, honestly, but he hasn't. So that's fantastic. Now, I guess I'll just go for purple now. I don't think I have enough Corruptors with the ability of cooldown, sadly. So this is going to be more of a distraction maneuver than anything else. Gonna send those over here. I expect the Nexus... biggest trash ally I've ever seen. You're the one who lost all your Nexus. What was he supposed to do about it? And we have done it. Let's go. Wow. All right. I mean, I'm not going to lie, guys. I thought this was going to be a fat loss. I really thought this was going to be a loss at some point. So what they did, honestly, is probably the strongest counter they could have done. Okay, well, almost. Because if they went for like straight up Zealot Archon, that would have been really hard for me. But in that case, I could have made a lot of spines. But this was going to be one of the hardest strategies for me to play against. But the Corruptors literally eliminated a player. He has 54 pros, but no income. 0 minerals, 0 gas. It was basically just 2v1 at the end. Our income is... actually, the Purple's income is a lot more than me, probably because I lost a lot of the workers here. But combined, we're stronger than him. But the Corruptors had a lot of value. Also forced them to come back with a lot of Stalkers. As you can see at this point, they're all at home. And oh my goodness, I mean, I do want to give an applause to my ally, because if my ally wasn't really good at the Blink Stalker micro, I would have lost 100%. I know I did my part, but we really needed my teammate to come through. The only time he should have fought is when there were Zerglings, when there were Fungals, and that's exactly what he did. He only fought at the perfect time. And I am even kind of surprised that this guy was at my MMR, because my MMR in 2v2, it's kind of up and down with all the challenges I do, but he played fantastic. Shout out to Newbie. His name was not accurate. It was a lie. Fantastic warm-up game. Let's keep it going. Game number 2 is with a Protoss against double Terran. All right, so I went from double Protoss to double Terran. Depending on what they do, this could be a very difficult game. I think if you play against regular mech, so when I say regular, I guess I mean more like old school mech, tanks, Hellions, that kind of stuff. I feel like this should be absolutely incredible, because not just can you just kill a couple CCs or at least force them to fly away, which sounds dumb, but it's actually the way you counter Corruptors doing that with Terran, by the way. But I can also morph Brood Lords after. Hello. Oh, let me write good luck if I'm to them back. I thought it was my teammate saying it, but it was actually them. Make it look easy. I have a sick build. Oh, by the way, guys, you guys might have realized already, but I had an episode where it was in the 1v1 cheesing with every unit to Grid Master challenge. In the Widowmine episode, I was really struggling to drop, and I thought I kept misclicking, but it's just that the D key on my keyboard is a little broken, so it doesn't press sometimes. So at the time, I was making fun of myself, pretending to make excuses, while I actually thought it was a skill issue. But it turns out that my D key is actually a little broken, which is unfortunate, because this is already my replacement keyboard. Guess I should have gotten another replacement already, but I don't. And let's see what they're up to. It's a fast double wall off. Okay. Now, my build order here with the Extractor Trick Hatchery first, it's pretty good against early harassment. But I'm not going to have gas super fast, so I guess we'll see how that's going to work out. Like, it could be something like 6 Rax Reaper, which would be pretty devastating. Once again, I'm going to keep saying this. If my teammate would go for an Oracle with energy recharge, then it would be very easy. But so far, my teammates haven't seemed particularly fond of the energy recharge ability, so I'm not quite sure if I can trust on that. Now, one thing that I realized on this map, because of you guys, by the way, is that this Reaper jump is bugged as heck, so it's actually pretty hard to jump up here. So if they are playing 6-Rax Reaper, then the map's not being made properly could actually help me out. So that would be a nice thing, I guess. Not really the way you want to win a game of StarCraft, but, you know, it is what it is. Now, I don't think my teammate saw anything in particular. I don't think he saw, like, a Reaper come out of the base or anything like that. I think I'm just going to make one set of Zerglings, try to move it across. Could also grab the Watchtowers a little earlier, but these are not quite as overpowered as the one in the last game. Or on the last map, Roscallion, I think it was, where you just see, I don't know, 70% of the middle of the map or something absolutely ridiculous. It's pretty crazy. Now, I can probably dodge those Reapers if we're going to get a little lucky. I'm not quite sure if the Reapers are going to come here. I would have to imagine it's this path, in which case my Zerglings are going to do very well. Now, judging by that command center timing, we are playing against a double gas opener here. Should be able to save this with a Spore Crawler. That Reaper's actually going to die. Yeah, perfect. All right, my teammate helping me out a lot there. I'm going to spread a little bit of creep. Gonna get Zergling speed. And yeah, normally I don't really know my timings, but I do know that that command center is a little... Oh, please kill that. Oh, that grenade was good. I know that command center is a little late. That's a really crazy move, by the way. That one drone is not worth it to do that, especially since they're playing so aggressive. All right, yeah, I mean, I couldn't really have wished for anything better. I do hope he's careful. I'm gonna ping this for him, not because the Hellion is scary, but because it means they do have factories. I think both of them do, actually. Not quite sure about purple guy, but obviously teal has, and that means there could be a Cyclone on the way. Nonetheless, it's still a really good move. He's gonna kill this SCV and that Marine. I already rebuilt the Overlord. Don't really have too much to worry about. Oh, wait, could he have saved that Overlord? I'm not quite sure, actually. It was only those two Marines shooting it. Now he can actually kill all of those units. Reaper first, and then it's gonna be all good. I'm gonna make a bunch more drones. The mic are really good by my teammates so far. His name is Make It Look Easy, so we are gonna expect him to make it look easy, right? Gotta make your name count. I was thinking about changing my name. I realized I had a name change on the EU server. I wanted to call myself, like, Ladder Demon or something like that, you know? Or like Cheese Lords. This is something absolutely ridiculous over the top. Now, do I need Zerglings? I actually don't know. Like, Banshees would be scary. I guess I'm gonna make an Overseer and get a little scout going on there. My teammate's going for a third Nexus. Very good build by my teammate so far, I have to say. Doesn't have a Robo yet, but he knows he has a teammate that has access to Overseers. I think I'm gonna make some Spores, just because Terrans have a lot of these annoying units that are good at harassment, such as, I guess, Banshees, even a Liberator, you know. What else would there be? Battlecruiser. Now, it looks like, okay, oh, that is... Oh, no, okay, luckily. I thought it was gonna be mass Cyclones, but it's just one guy building Cyclones. It's gonna be Cyclone Hellion, which is gonna be pretty good against the Corruptor stuff, sadly for me. And the other guy is playing Bio. In theory, what they're doing is really good, but I do feel like that composition opens them up to get owned, basically. Because Zerglings, especially if you get surrounds, could be pretty massive. I think I'm gonna go for the burrow strategy. Let me just ping my Spire so he knows what's going on here. I learned to communicate because of you guys. Pinging is the answer, guys. Let's see, there's a bunch of Hellions over here. No, he walled it off already. Ah, that sucks. I thought we were gonna have a really nice counterattack, but we don't. Now, my teammate has the literal perfect army to kill this, by the way. Like, there's absolutely nothing to worry about. I'm gonna get a really strong counter over here. He does need to micro this well. Like, we're gonna get an economic advantage from this, but I guess we're gonna have to see how it's gonna pay off. Let's see if our teammate is gonna be as much of an expert at, you know, microing the Stalkers in this case as the other guy was. Can I get some really good Widow Mines off? Barely not, I think, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna make a couple of Mutas here instead of the Corruptors. Really good Blink Micro so far by my teammate. I'm gonna attack on the side of the Marines, and this should be a good enough fight, I think, for my teammate Stalkers. It would be really nice if he would have gotten on top of those medevacs, but just killing those units is good enough. And he managed to kill, or well, yeah, save most of those drones at the same time. So very nice. I killed a lot of SCVs. I like how you can see me consciously make the choice to not type in caps lock halfway through my sentences, just because I don't want to make my opponents think I'm an absolute psychopath. Okay, so we made Mutas instead of Corruptors, pretty much so I could do exactly this. I'm gonna make armor behind this. I'm gonna make a ton of drones. And at this point, they shouldn't be attacking me because we have the mobility advantage, but I know that they could. I'm just gonna make a bunch of drones. I'm gonna make 2 spine crawlers, and the rest is gonna be drones. Then at some point, I'll just make a million Corruptors, and actually, I could go for the Broodlord follow-up here. That really wouldn't be that bad of an idea. Just instant Broodlords. Turret's already done. Good that I arrived here before the Widow Mines. That's gonna be quite nice. Just gonna keep spamming drones like crazy, already going up to 54. He does have no upgrades yet, actually. I was gonna say he does have upgrades probably because he had combat shields, but he doesn't actually have upgrades. Gonna be able to kill a couple of reactors over here, which is very annoying to deal with. Speaking from experience. Oh, I didn't realize there are gonna be 6 Cyclones there. Ouch. That is very, very painful. Now, I don't think those Mutas were gonna have too much more value, but I would have loved to have them for the distraction. So that actually does hurt a little bit. I did get Burrow, I believe, right? Yeah, I did get Burrow. Okay, so my teammate is ready to pounce whenever they move out. I think making Corruptors now, it's definitely a little risky. Oh, he could have killed that medevac. Oh, I think he was a little bit too how do you call that, doubtful there. I feel like if he blinked on top, he would have killed everything, but he was afraid of the stint bio, which makes sense. Stint bio is pretty freaking strong. I'm going to make a couple more spines here. Oh, no. Oh, no, that is the opposite of what we wanted. He lost all of his stalkers there, which means they're now going to launch a counterattack. That was the worst moment to lose those, I think. I'm going to have to make infestors here, followed by... yeah, just a bunch of Zerglings. I'm going to send these on a counterattack. They killed the Mutas, which is probably going to make them think that there's not going to be any more Mutas left. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. They are completely free to go for the counterattack. They're going to be able to kill all of those spines. And I'm not going to lie, guys, we should die to this. We definitely should be dying to this. Whether we are, I don't know. Now, my opponent is going to go for mine drops here. Kind of wonder if that's inspired by my little mine drop episode that I had. Now, I'm going to try and kill one of these nexuses, or one of these command centers, rather. What you can do against this, it's really counterintuitive, but you can't just fly away. Oh, he's actually going to fly in with Medivacs. That's kind of a funny way to go about it. The best thing you can do is actually just fly away, because it ends the spray. The Corruptors don't spray at the same time. Now, I'm going to move my army to the middle of the map. And just so I can maybe help him with some fungals. I feel like that would be a good idea. Sadly for me, there's turrets over here. I do have a fungal over there. That's going to be a really big fungal. There's not that many blue flame Hellions anymore. I don't think... okay, I have 2 more infestors. I just need to stay with my ally no matter what. I'm going to go for the Greater Spire now. Okay, I hope my teammates are ready to pounce on this. This is a really big overextension. Not quite ready for that, though. Could have been a nice fungal there, but sadly not. My teammate does have 4 bases, by the way, because I was at the front all this time. I took all the damage. My teammate has an absolutely monstrous economy. And that, yeah, hopefully he can keep that alive. I am ready to fungal, but he has to be careful. Okay, we don't want to fight against that. Surely not. Gonna make a couple spines. The Greater Spire is on the way, guys. Has to be really careful with that. I can't really use these super well. I'm going to try to get a couple of shots off. Here we go. Maybe you're going to cause them to move around and barely not going to get that fungal off. That would have been absolutely brutal. We can go for this right now for sure. The Corruptors are definitely abandoned here. You could tell that was clearly the case. And now we're going to be able to hit from the flank over here. I think we really need a fungal on the Cyclones. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard. I'm going to get a fungal on those Marines. The Colossus are going to be super good against those Marines. I barely do not have a fungal available. I thought I did. I need like 3 more energy here, but my teammate's going to be able to clean this up, and that is fantastic. Let's see, that one's also gonna die. I'll just make sure to fungal it so it can't run away. One Colossus actually doesn't kill stuff that fast. And make sure to try and fungal this. I was making some spine crawlers over here, so I should have enough to defend this for now. But it is going to be a little hard. I would love to have my teammates' army, and we do. And now I can make 6 Brute Lords, which is going to be a pretty crazy army to have this early on, but it's definitely going to help us out. I'm going to make a ton of drones. Hopefully they don't see that base and they're going to let me take that. Here, I need a couple of Overseers. That would be nice. Let's make a couple Overseers over here. 2 more drones for this gas. And this has been an extremely hectic game. I talked about it in the last video I uploaded, guys. Like, 2v2s are awesome, and this is just another example. Like, it's just so freaking action-packed, you know? And I feel like you never really know who's winning. Like, it is so hard to say who's winning because there's just so much stuff going on. Now, I have Brute Lords. The thing about Brute Lords... Oh, he wants to go? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The thing... I thought he said GG for a second. I was like, no. The thing about Brute Lords is that they're good at fighting, but not when they get dove upon, I guess. So my teammate's gonna have to be very careful and let my Brute Lords do the work. I don't have any fungals right now. He does have 6 Colossus. If I get my Brute Lords in front, they're never gonna get to those Colossus, by the way. Just absolutely never. I'm gonna push forward with those Broodlings a little more. I'm actually gonna be making drones behind it. I think that is the best thing I can do. Some more spines. It looked like there was a counter drop. I don't think I saw that wrongly. He got an EMP on my infestors. I think we can keep going, my friend. There's a couple of Vikings over here, but we have the... What's it called? Oh, maybe I can fungal that for him. We have the Blinkstalkers from my ally, of course. The Brute Lords doing an absolutely fantastic job. I'm going to get a big fungal off there before I retreat with those. The Brute Lords are going to die, but I'm sacrificing them so my teammates' army can continue. The Thors are focused completely on the Brute Lords, and the Brute Lords actually still live, surprisingly. Okay, maybe these are stronger than I thought, because that was really not bad. Now, my opponent here is making only Marauders, which is actually not the best army to build against Zerg at all, but my production production is quite small. Now, we are killing a lot of stuff. I'm using my drones because drones are quite decent against marauders as well. Sadly, I don't have a fungal. I also don't have any corruptors here. I have another infestor coming. Can I get a fungal on that? Barely not. I actually didn't intend to still launch that, but I think I probably had it on rapid fire or something. Now, he's dropping on the cannons, but those corruptors, or those marauders, sorry, are already pretty low HP. GG is going to be called. That looked like an accidental pause, not a bad manner pause at all. And it looks like we're gonna get another dub here. Oh my goodness, what a game. Now, this game... Okay, last game, I had a lot of value. This game, I had like... I was like the backpack who had like a little bit of value, you know? Obviously, my fungals were good. I think especially on this fight over here, my fungals helped a lot. On the attack, my Brute Lords helped a lot too, because I was able to counter all the Thors. The Cyclones had to run away. Cyclones really bad against Brute Lords, by the way, because they lock onto the Brutelings, which is obviously a pretty big problem. So I definitely had my value, but my teammate, absolutely fantastic. Wouldn't have been able to do it without him. He made one mistake, losing the Stalkers over here. And once again, I kind of thought that that was going to be a game-losing mistake, but my teammate macroed perfectly behind it. Making 9 Colossus is normally a little questionable, but since we had Corruptor Brute Lord, I actually kind of dig it. And since my opponents never made a lot of Vikings, it worked out perfectly. So shout out to my teammate. We have some really good teammates so far, both newbie and make it look easy. Very contrasting names, but they both played absolutely awesomely. Let's go for the final game. The final game of the day is with a Zerg against a Terran and a Protoss. Now, we've definitely gotten lucky this episode because we have not played against a single Zerg. We played against 2 Protoss players, 2 Terrans, and now we have a mixed matchup, which is fantastic. Now, we are playing with a Zerg, which means that I'm not going to have my godly teammates defending me with Blink Stalkers. Hello there. I also don't think Yo's going to 12 pull. Okay. Wait, isn't he building something? That's not how a 12 pool works. You're supposed to build the pool. I was gonna say, I don't think I should be trying to get him into my strategy. This is not like the Penguin Brothers where more Corruptors is gonna be better. In fact, I think we just die if he does the same thing. So that doesn't sound fantastic. So he's gonna... Oh, I don't know what this is. He said 12 pool. Is this a 13-12 maybe? Is that what it is? I think he's just gonna go for a big Link Flood. I will make 8 Zerglings to help. This build is actually pretty good for early pressure, by the way. If you play Extractor Trick Hatchery first, Overlord Spawning Pool. The reason why I like this, I actually use this build against Make 9. I can't. I can make 10 or 8. I mean, I would if I could make 4 to help Zerglings. What I was going to say is, I used to play this build against Terran in 1v1. Because you can make 8 Zerglings and run them around before the Reaper arrives. Because everything is a little bit faster. So this build is really good against Terran. And I think it's actually a disgusting build, honestly. Like, if I was still a competitive pro and I would lose to that, I would actually be a little upset. Because that, like, it just changes the entire rules of the matchup, you know? Like, the timings don't work out anymore. Like, I legitimately think it's a pretty disgusting build order. Or maybe I should have... This should have been a larva, I think. Past Nidus Row. What is that? That is not a... Okay, well... I thought he was going to go for a circling speed. This is a build and a half he's doing. Yeah, actually, I think I'm missing 1 larva. I almost did the build perfectly. I should have made 1 fewer drone. I think that's what I did wrong. And you can tell why. It's just this 1 drone that was mining from the natural already. Oh, this is actually a little painful because they are walling off the front. Alright, yeah, the thing I'm struggling with is I don't know how I can help my ally the best with the builds we are currently doing. I'm gonna give Overlord Vision over here, and then I'll try to also give it on that side, but this is not an easy build to play with for me. I'm gonna make 2 gases at once, just so I can go for the Corruptors a little faster. I got 4 Zerglings. I guess I'll just spread those along the map a little bit. It's gonna just be annoying for his Reaper to do anything about it more than anything else. Gonna try to run by. Maybe I can damage like a pylon or something. Oh, if I pull that back a little bit faster, that would have been perfect. I guess I'll just try to get this base as well. And I'm gonna see if I can get anything done here. It's just a simple Reaper. This Reaper shouldn't really do any damage. It's just gonna be a bit annoying, that's all. Let's see, is there anything here to kill? He does have a bunker already, but the bunker is out of range of that gateway. So I'm gonna be able to do a little bit of damage on that gateway. Okay, this Protoss feels like he's playing Stargate 100%, and the reason why I say that is because it's actually the #1 thing. You can see that in Protoss players is if they're not researching from the cybernetics core, because they're using their gas for something else immediately. And this guy is also making gas from his natural already. Now, this is going to be one of the most interesting follow-up games that I've seen, because I don't know how this is gonna go. Like, this is just weird. He's gonna knight his roach. He already has vision. Oh, that is tough. He already does have vision. What I'm gonna do is help my teammate the most I can and actually spread my Zerglings too, so he has even more vision. He can... Okay, there's probably Stargates here. I really doubt that he built that there to have vision. I think he's trying to hide Stargates. I think that's what he was trying to do. And instead, it's gonna annoy my opponent or my teammates really badly, because he's not gonna be able to put down the Nidus there easily. It is a little painful, guys, not gonna lie. This is a tough start. This Terran, I hope he's not gonna do something that's really good against Corruptors. If it's just Stargate units, I'm gonna be pretty happy. That's gonna be epic. Now, he still has a Nidus. I wonder where he's gonna drop the Nidus. He sees my Overlord. I do not want him to kill that. Void Ray has been spotted. I think he just has to go for... What? A cannon? A cannon? How is there a cannon there? What on earth did I just see? What is that? These guys have more IQ than I have brain cells. Like, actually? How is there a cannon there, of all things? That is insane. That's actually insane. Oh my god, these guys are too smart for their own good. Now, if they're not gonna move out early, I think my Corruptor build could still pop off pretty hard. Oh, I forgot I had that, honestly, not gonna lie. Pretty nice surprise, random base showing up. Let's see, I'm gonna get one more drone, 2 more drones over here, and then I'll start saturating this base. Now, the problem is, if my teammate has a hard time breaking anything, then the Terran is gonna be a bit of a problem for me, because I can deal with the Void Rays, at least I think. It's gonna be close. It's pretty hard to deal with Void Rays with Corruptors. I'm kind of just banking that I can make enough right from the get-go. Now, this is a pretty nice early contain. I do like what he's doing so far. We technically have more base... Wait, did he... Oh, no, he does have queens. They're just in the Nidus. I like how they're just chilling here. He put them back in, but now they're just chilling. Okay, so I'm gonna make... I think it's gonna be about 7 Corruptors. 7 Corruptors coming out immediately. You can pop out the queens if you want to. Queens are actually pretty good against Void Rays. He's not going to do it. Alright, this is gonna be a tough one, guys. I think I'm gonna make Zergling speed. And... yeah, pray. More than anything else. Wait, he has an observer? Or were they all building? No, he doesn't have an observer. Okay. For a second, I thought he was seeing those creep tumors. That would have been a very weird build. It also would have been pretty good for us. I do like what my ally is doing. Tell me if you need money. I don't have that much right now, but maybe I can help him resaturate that. He's gonna go for... Oh, no, they're moving out. I'm not gonna have a Zergling speed in time for that. Oh, it's too big of an army. I can make mutas, but... Are those really gonna do the trick? I don't know. I'm gonna be able to kill a Nexus, I think. I really should be able to. I'm gonna morph an Overseer over here. Actually, they're not moving out. Oh, okay. That's what I like to see. Now, let's see if I can catch something. There's a lot of just random cannons here in this base. Here, this Nexus should be entirely dead for sure. And that's gonna be really nice. It sucks that this one is in range of the cannon, but it's also not the biggest deal ever. So we're effectively gonna knock him back to 1 base, which is really nice. He does have a lot of Void Rays, and I'm gonna try to escape over this cannon. We're actually not gonna lose that many Corruptors, honestly. Really could have been a lot worse. And now our economy is looking pretty healthy. He does have a lot of Phoenixes. Let me just make sure to micro them as well as I can. I think we're gonna make more Corruptors, actually. Like, if he has that many Void Rays, I think more Corruptors are gonna be quite good. The Void Rays are pretty surprisingly fast, I have to admit. If I make mass link Corruptor and the Terran doesn't get that many bio units out, this could actually work out for us still. See, I'm gonna try to saturate this base. I didn't make my evos yet, right? Now I didn't get my evos yet. I'm gonna have enough Corruptors to kill all of those units. The problem is that I need my ally to have enough units to deal with the bio. And that I'm not quite sure is gonna be the case. He actually transfused my Corruptor. That's the homie right there. That's very nice. Thank you, my friend. Now let's see, where are they? Oh, here they are. Yes, exactly. This is what I want. He's gonna try to recall. At least he should. He's gonna lose every single Void Ray. This is what I need. This is why I wanted to make more Corruptors. Those are gonna die. He's gonna kill 1 Corruptor for them, I believe. And that is just a massively good trade. And now I can start working on my Zergling upgrades. There's another Void Ray that I can kill out there as well. Now, I think I want to go for the infestation pit already. I have to imagine that there's going to be enough bio to deal with this. It's actually a really good freaking Nidus over here, by the way. He can't use the Void Rays to stop it because then he's gonna lose to my Corruptors. He's bringing the Void Ray back. There we go. The Nexus actually falls. He's going to... Yeah, I cannot really stop it, my friend. I don't really like the idea. Oh, wait. The Medivacs came back. He's gonna allow me to kill all of those. Those would have been extremely good on the counter attack, but instead they die very, very fast. And now I just hope that my teammate didn't actually unload too many units there, because if he did, that could be very, very painful. Now, that Protoss really is pretty screwed. I'm gonna try to go for a counterattack here because I saw that gas a while ago. I'm gonna go... Actually, I would love to go for Ultralisk here, you know? I'm gonna make a bunch of Infestors first, though. I feel like the Infestors would do a very good job here. Okay, I'm gonna try to help him out over there. And then I'm gonna fly past the cannon and kill the Nexus that he probably rebuilt. Exactly, there we go. I think this Nexus is gonna fall too. I don't think he has enough units. The units are here as well. Exactly, he had enough Void Rays to defend it, but they were gonna be out somewhere else. Those are all 1 HP. That bio is actually not going to win. You can fight. They're 1 HP. Oh, he didn't realize that they had literally no health on there. The Cyclone's locked onto my Corruptors. Barely not going to be able to get that Nexus up, unfortunately. But... or keep that Nidus up, rather. But that was so much freaking damage. And for the first time in... Well, not my entire history, but it's pretty freaking close. I think I'm going to make some Banelings. You guys are like, no. uThermal making Banelings? That is absolutely crazy. I think I want to make a couple more Corruptors as well, by the way. Or should I just go straight for the Ultras? I'm not sure. The Infestors are going to be super useful here. I think I am just going to go for the Ultralisk, honestly. That feels like a pretty good thing to do. If I could catch those Medivacs again, that would be absolutely massive. I'm going to make a couple macro hatches over here. Let's see if I can catch the bio. At least, no, okay, that's... I don't think I want to fight against that. He has a lot of Phoenixes now. In that case, I'm just going to make even more Corruptors. Phoenix is really not that good against Corruptors. That is not what I want to build. There we go. Phoenix is really not that good against Corruptors, but if he's so set on making them, I will make a couple more. Because why the hell not? Now I'm going to go for Ling Ultra Corruptor Infestor. I actually don't necessarily want to make... Oh, he's gonna lose a lot of Overseers there. I don't necessarily want to make the Infestors, but I have to against the bio. Well, let's see. My army is pretty massive here. Let's see if I can use my Fungals to good effect. Okay, there we go. Still got a couple of Fungals. I think I can fight with the Zerglings now. It's not going to be the best fight ever, but it's going to... Actually, it's barely good enough, it seems like. Look at that. Keep in mind, guys, the Medivacs are all going to die because of the freaking Corruptor. Wait, did I just... I just killed everything by myself. That is crazy, actually. That is awesome. Now, those Void Rays do have the speed upgrade. I'm gonna get the armor upgrade for the Ultralisk, followed by the speed. My teammate's doing a really good job with the Niduses, and this seems like an awesome place to be in. I'm gonna saturate that base, and I'm gonna be able to start making Ultralisk. I'm gonna get my upgrades first. One of those was the wrong upgrade. I'll just cancel both to make it easier on myself. I'll get Adrenal Glands as well. I did get additional Corruptors. I should probably be using them to snipe the Nexus again. Let's see. I see Phoenixes move down the top. Easy to see because of the speed of those things. Very, very fast. Start to try and get these gases as well. I'm going to be able to kill a tank here pretty easily. And it looks like they're moving across. And that's going to help me kill a bunch of tanks already. 2 tanks are going to fall instantly. Actually, really good save there by them. Lifting the tank against my Zerglings. That's a fantastic move. I've seen it happen before. So I'm not entirely wowed. But I'm always a little impressed by just... the clarity of mind to do that in the situation itself is what is awesome. Because it's a stressful game. This is 100% a stressful game. I mean, mostly for them, because we've been on their side of the map. But still, it has been a stressful game. And they managed to do that in time. Now, I have enough Corruptors to just kill this. Dude, these Corruptors have had so much value. Just an incredible amount of value. Look at this. I think he was trying to drop on top. Or maybe he was just trying to catch up with his bio units. So first I killed those. Then I'm going to kill the Medivacs. He's going to stim his bio. Okay, so it is a lot of Phoenixes. I think I'm going to have to do some good target fire. I don't know what upgrades he has. Let's see. Oh, he does have 2-1 upgrades. That's a pretty good catch here by them. I'm not quite sure what I want to do about those. Here's the thing. You would say make more Corruptors. I think it's also very reasonable to just ignore them, because Ultras can't be lifted. You can lift Zerglings, but I don't know if you really want to. And I think we can go for an absolutely brutal counterattack with all of these Ultras here. 2-2 is going to finish in time. He's going to be able to kill all of these drones, but I'll just rebuild them fast enough. There's a pretty big Terran army. Now, I'm actually just going to send these... Oh, he's a base over here. That's probably a planetary if I had to guess, right? Yeah, it is going to be a planetary, so I'm just going to go over to the other base. He is making a base over here, which I definitely didn't sign up for. I'm going to have to use my ultras to defend the top, however. And I think, okay, those ultras are going to absolutely smash that army. Look at that. Going to make sure he can't lift it up. He's going to kill this base, but he lost so many bio units for it. He's going to lose the tanks as well. These lings have cleared this base up in the meantime. I'm going to be able to go for this one too. And these ultras with the upgrade should be able to do well enough. I just want to make sure that I'm smart. My teammate is popping out Hydralisk over there. Hopefully he goes together with me, so he can't kite that easily. That would be perfect. A little more static defense than I realized I would have. Let's see. Okay, he's actually not going to kill that base, surprisingly enough. My worker count is a little bit in the gutter, sadly. This hatchery is going to die, but to be honest, I also forgot that that hatchery existed, so it's really not the biggest deal ever. My Ultralists do have good upgrades. They should have 4-2 upgrades right now, I believe. Let's try to get these overlords over the spore. I think we need to go for a pretty big attack over here, which I don't really like saying, because attacking into a defended Terran base is not usually what you want to do. Okay, this army is going to die pretty easily to the Ultras. I think I'm just going to have to go for it. The planetary is going to die, but it's going to be... Oh, no. I think it's barely not going to happen. There was just a little too much bio there. I think I had to go for that play. Didn't work out for us, sadly. I think that might have been our last chance. I'm definitely not going to give up on this game yet, because it's a crazy one, and crazy ones you never know. I think maybe I can go for it again. He's going to kill all of my overlords here. Oh, he never made a spore crawler. There's nothing to hide to for me. Really good night is by my teammate in the enemy's base. Okay. Wait, if I can fungal that, I would absolutely own it, by the way. Let's see. He's going to use some Hydras to defend against that for me. That would be very, very nice. But let's see. I think the bio might have retreated. Yeah, the bio did retreat. Okay, we're going to get a really big fungal off, but the Ultras are just too low HP, I think. We are going to chew through most of that bio, but yeah, the Ultras were just a little bit too low. These Phoenixes are going to get the job done. My teammate does have a massive army in the opponent's base. Yeah, the problem is I don't think we can ever kill those Phoenixes. Like, I think they're unkillable. I know my teammate has a lot of Hydras. He needs to be careful to not fight against those. There's a base over here, which I can pretty easily deny. I think I'm just going to make some more Infestors. I could make Vipers, by the way. Vipers wouldn't be the craziest idea ever here. Let's see. I'm just going to go up here. This base is going to be denied. Maybe I can do some damage over here with the... There's actually not even that many SCVs here, which is kind of weird. My teammate's army is going to die against those, I'm afraid. I'm going to get the burrow upgrade as well. Our economy is actually surprisingly good, but I just don't know if it's good enough. That's the problem. Let's see. I'm going to use this Ultra. Maybe I can do some damage over here. I think I made a couple Vipers, but I didn't see my money go down. So Vipers are potentially way cheaper than I thought they were. Not quite sure. Now, our eco is actually better than theirs, surprisingly. Let's see if I can get another big fungal off. That is a really big fungal. I don't have... I need to consume really, really fast. If I don't, then I'm not going to have the parasitic bomb up, and that would be very unfortunate. I think we're barely not going to get it, judging by how close those Phoenixes are. I'm going to use those Zerglings to go for the counterattack as well. Spore Crawlers are doing a really good job for sure, so I have a parasitic bomb on the... Actually, barely not. I thought parasitic bomb was... I always get confused about the icons. Here we go. So I have a little anti-Phoenix squad, which is going to be really, really nice. Might be time for me to get Neural Parasite here, actually. I think Neural Parasite could be of massive value. Gonna move this Ultralisk over here. That's a turret over there for some reason. Okay, let's see. If I go with his units, I think we have a pretty sick squad, actually. Let's see. Parasitic bombs first. Okay, yeah, we have a good chance of killing everything over here. He's also using Infestors himself. I'm going to send this army over here. Let's see. Okay, that's going to be some really big parasitic bombs. Can we get fungals off? Yeah, we do. Okay, look at that. Those are going to hurt so bad. That is so many Phoenixes going down, and that's absolutely massive. I'm going to retreat with this Ultras. We actually managed to kill this, surprisingly. Our supply is still pretty freaking high, by the way. I don't know how many... what was I gonna say? How many Phoenixes we killed exactly? Careful here, my friend. Careful here, my friend. No. We can't lose your Hydras right now. You gotta be so freaking careful. I do have the fungals. He does actually have the freaking new Hydralisk ability, which is awesome, because I haven't really seen that come into play all that much. Now, the thing is, it is pretty much one army. I think it's actually just the Terran. They don't really have anything besides the Terran. They do have a couple Tempest now. Do I have Burrow? I do have Burrow. Okay, this could be a massive moment over here. I hear a couple ghosts dying, which is really nice. Let's see, we're going to go up here. I'm going to go for the fight. Let's see if I can get some Neurals off. I think we're going to have to go for it. Okay, I'm gonna get a lot of these Tempests, actually. The Tempests are gonna work for us, which is really, really nice. Those Tempests doing an amazing amount of work. Let's see if I can target down their Tempest at the same time. The Terran army pretty much disappeared, but I don't think we have enough to deal with the Tempest, and that is, I think, going to be it. Now, once again, I still don't want to give up on this game because it's been such a freaking crazy one. I think maybe if I get enough Corruptors out, there could be a small chance over here that because Tempests are really not that good against Corruptors, you know? They really aren't. I have a couple of Zerglings here that are gonna die. Let's see if I can go for a little counterattack on the bottom side. A couple more Infestors. Now, that fight was absolutely massive for us. Let's see if I can move the Spores a little closer. That is going to be a planetary as well. I don't think we can really deal with the planetary anymore. This is the last base that we have that we really need to keep alive. There's a couple too many tanks left at home. I'm not going to be able to deal with that. And that is going to be it. And oh my goodness, what a game it was. Protoss on the 127 supply. This Terran was actually relatively wealthy still, 168 supply with money. Protoss was pretty much out of the game. But that was a freaking close one. It was an epic game from start to finish. The Corruptors had so much value. There was so much action. Love my teammate going for the Nidus play. In all honesty, going for a one-base Nidus is not a very efficient build. I think this is a rare case of my teammate doing a less efficient build than me. But I think it worked out really well because it was very fun. Like, this base is literally gone. Got a Nidus up in the main. He was really good at distracting. Maybe if my transitions were a little cleaner, maybe if I went for Neurals faster, so I could have fought against those bio-tank armies with the Ultralisk, could have been nice. I went for a desperate attack that maybe I shouldn't have gone for. But that's going to be it for today. An absolutely awesome Corruptor Cheese episode, and that's going to be it. Hope you guys had a fantastic time. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Adios.